I'm joined now by the MP for Cannock, Aidan Burley. Thank you for your time this afternoon, Aidan.
I think it's important to show solidarity, and as one of the speakers said, it's not a political campaign. You've got people from all sides of the political spectrum, you've got people from all walks of life. And it is important that I am here because Cannock Hospital is also managed by the same trust that manages Stafford Hospital, and Jeremy and I have always worked together to say that the solution to the problems at Stafford is not to close Cannock, and the solution to the problems of Cannock is not to downgrade Stafford, and we are absolutely united that whoever manages these hospitals, and I don't care whether it's Mid-Staff's trust or another trust, frankly, what is important is that the two hospital buildings stay open and that the right services are provided from those hospital buildings, and that has to be an acute hospital here, and it has to be a fully used hospital in Cannock doing elective surgery, and that's why I'm here today.
Do you really now believe that people will be sitting up and taking notice of what's happened here in Stafford today?
I hope so. I mean, I don't think you could ask for any bigger turnout. I noticed as I was walking here on the front page of the local paper, David Cameron has now said that he supports Stafford Hospital, staying in his acute hospital. He, of course, was the Conservative candidate here back in 1997, so has a personal knowledge of the hospital. And I think, as Jeremy said, people across the country are going to be looking at what happens here now and looking to see whether we can fight to keep our hospitals open. So I think, the focus is on this area, and it's up to us to say, we need to find a way of keeping these services in the hospitals, the buildings open, and that we need to move away from this failed foundation trust status that was given to this trust just 4 years ago, that's now been abolished just 4 years later after it was held up as an exemplary trust. We're now having to march to keep the things open, and we need to find a sustainable way forward for the services that both of our constituencies rely on.
What would you say to anybody that's been at home today in Stafford that would be for shutting the acute services, or in Cannock for that matter?
Well, I mean, we are both fighting to keep these hospitals open. The problems at Stafford are well documented, and it is clear that they have improved, and they need to, we need to have a more open culture, I think, in the NHS, where people can raise complaints, but don't then fear that their hospital might be closed as a result. In Cannock, we have basically been facing death by 1,000 cuts for the last 10 years. It was open with 9 wards, it now has just 3. And clearly, a hospital that is so underused is not sustainable financially. We know that, but the problem is no one has been managing Cannock Hospital. Mid-Staff has focused all of its attentions on the problems at Stafford. It's forgotten about Cannock. And going forward, we need someone who's going to manage Stafford in a way that is safe and manage Cannock in a way that keeps it fully used and keeps it economically viable into the future. And that's what we've got to work towards.
Thank you, Aidan. It's been a great day.
Pleasure.
Joined now by Stafford MP.